Anglers here in Connecticut probably have a big old circle around this coming Saturday on their calendars. You see, that's when trout season opens. As News 8's Brian Spiros tells us, fish hatcheries are making sure the supply will keep up with the demand.
There are 3 fish hatcheries here in Connecticut. What they do is simple, but it has a big impact.
We raise trout so that there's fish out in the lakes and streams for people to catch.
James Hayes is the supervisor at the hatchery in Burlington. He says the process begins with the breeding of mature fish.
So we have all 3 stages here. We have our fry, which is right after egg. They hatch and they become fry. Then we have our yearling trout. And then outside in the bigger ponds, we have our adult trout, which will be stocked out this year.
The life cycle takes about 18 months. The adult trout are then taken out of these hatchery ponds, loaded into these trucks, and sent to various waterways across the state. News 8 was there as nearly 500 trout were placed into Burge Pond in Bristol.
We're expecting about 125,000 anglers to be out on opening day that are going to be wanting to fish for freshly stocked trout. So I'd say it's pretty critical we get all our 2,170 stocking points stocked.
And when all is said and done, roughly 650,000 trout will be stocked into the various ponds, lakes, and rivers throughout Connecticut.
The stocking of trout takes place through the end of May and then again in the fall. If the state's hatcheries weren't producing all these fish, there wouldn't be much for anglers to catch.
We do have wild, self-sustaining trout populations in Connecticut, but they're very few and far between. We just don't have the habitat and environmental conditions for them to sustain themselves.
If we didn't do what we do, the fishing population, the wild population, would be overfished.
Reporting from Burlington, Brian Spiros, News 8.